guess male is easier, right? Let's do male. So male straightforward. Apologies. So on the male, what do you need to know? Well, first of all, wait, I need the male that you can take, well, whatever. You guys know it, right? The one that you can actually remove the testicle from it. Okay, can I have that one? So I think it's missing. I need another male.
Isn't it? Yeah.
That's a male? So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So on the male, pretty much it's straightforward. Just recognize where the testicle is. And here you will recognize, you'll be actually looking at what the epididymis is. You have the head, a body, and a tail of the epididymis. From the epididymis, you're going to have this tube right here. What do we call that tube?
Ductus.
Actually, that's not a ductus. That is actually a whole structure altogether. So that is known as the spermatic cord. Okay. Spermatic cord. Now, remember that the spermatic cord had a couple structures in there, and let me just show it to you. So the spermatic cord is going to have, you remember the blue ones? What do we call the blue ones? Pampiniform plexus. Look, Bambi. Do you remember Bambi?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bambiniform plexus, take the B and put the P. Pampi. Like pamper, just find different ways. If you like Pampers, put Pampers. Just Pampi. Pampini form, and it's a plexus because you have many. So, some Bambi with form, and it's a bunch of Bambis, right? Plexuses. I don't know, just find a way. As long as you don't put Bambi. Okay? So look, Pampiniform plexus. Okay?
Those are the blue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now, the red one is going to be what? Testicular artery. And this one right here, skin-like color, what do we call that one? That is vas deferens or ductus deferens.
Where?
Vas
Okay, got
or
it.
ductus deferens. And you're able to recognize it all the way through, even here. Because sometimes the label can be here, here, or there. Okay? So please know that one. Just go thing, it could be possible, rarely, but do you know what is the name of that muscle is? What is the name of that muscle?
The cremaster.
Cremaster. So it's the cremasteric muscle. So that's the cremaster muscle. Yeah, I just put that, right? So, cremaster. Okay.
That could be a weird question.
It is because it's kind of small. So, most likely I never put it, but you never know.
Cremaster is the one.
So most of the time they actually
brings it up to the
missed
body.
it. But I don't know if like this semester they have it. So, this outside is what? That's the testicle itself. So if I point to that, that will be answering the testicle. If this thing is off, what is in here?
Seminiferous.
Seminiferous
Tubule.
tubules. What are the cells surrounding the seminiferous tubules?
I know.
2 cells. Leyden
Oh, and there.
and Sertoli cells. What are the hormones produced by the testicle? Testosterone and androgen.
Wait, Leyden and what?
Sertoli.
Sertoli.
Sertoli?
Yeah. Now, what is this thing here? No, that's the epididymis, guys. The same one that is here. Okay, so that's the same epididymis. Again, anything that is on top of the testicle or actually going all the way through the back. So head, body, again, and tail of the epididymis. The best one, it will be somewhat within that blue one. The one that says denoter keeper, that one, which is the model of the testicle on the epididymis, that is really huge. So sometimes they put some questions from there. Now, lastly on the male, well, the same thing, right? What is the name of this gland right here? Seminal glands. What is the name of this one right here? It's underneath the urinary bladder, so that's the prostate. If we flip it over, it's kind of easier, right? So, urinary bladder, what are the structures in here? Rugae. What is this thing? Again, prostate. And then the only weird thing about the prostate is this portion right here. What is that part right there? the ejaculatory duct. So please notice that there's an ejaculatory duct, and this one right here is called what? Prostatic urethra. So prostatic urethra is the longer one, and the one on the side is the ejaculatory because ejaculation goes through there, right? Actually, the semen. Okay. So far, so good. Ejaculatory is on the side. Prostatic urethra goes through the prostate, the whole way through. Now, talking about it, you have this, right? What is that?
Urinary.
Penile.
Penile.
Well, sorry, male urethra, right? Male urethra. And the male urethra is divided into 3 parts. What are the 3 parts? First one, look at me. First one is prostatic, followed by membranous, followed by penile or spongy urethra. So far, so good?
Membranous and penile.
If you like, learn spongy. Why spongy? Because,
No, I think penile is better because penis, penis.
okay, but here you're going to learn that word again. So,
Yeah.
what is the top part of the penis called? Actually, there are 2 of it.
Oh, never mind.
Corpus cavernosum. And now, what's the bottom part? Corpus spongiosum. That's the reason why they call it too spongy urethra. So I know penis is more likely to you to remember, but spongy, you know, if you learn it once, you do 2 in 1, right? So that's pretty much it. From here, the only thing you need to know, I think the last thing is, well, the last 2 things. So that is the glands of the penis, and this is actually the scrotum, right? The skin on it. Okay. And that's it. Huh?
Oh, the bulbal urethra.
Oh, the glands? Yeah. No way. There's only one model, and you guys saw it. Somebody discovered it. It's kind of like a small. That one. Can I have that one? No. This one right here. The yellow one. The yellow one. Next to the big. Yeah. That one. So, and the actual.
Yeah.
So, the only one I can do, and rarely they put this model, but if it's possible, again, this is the one that you actually see the bulbal urethral glands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, is the only one. You already saw what? Prostate, okay? You saw prostate, seminal, vesicle, and the only model that has the bulbal urethral gland is this one right here. It's the only model that has it.
And I don't think it's gonna be
Again, guys, everything is possible. Most likely is not going to be there. I've never seen it in the exam. Okay?
Yeah, bulbal urethra.
But again, I don't set up the exams.
Bobo?
Bulba, like vulva,
Oh, like
the vulva of the female, bulbal urethral gland. Alright, why urethra? Because it's going to the urethra. And what is it? It's a gland. It's bulbal urethral gland. Like a bulb.
Bulb.
Okay, not vulva. I didn't say vulva. I said like sounds like vulva.
Oh, okay.
Bulbal urethra.
It's kind of like a bulb, right? Light bulb.
Oh,
So
like
it's-
a bulb?
Yeah,
Like a light bulb?
like a light bulb. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I was pointing to something that, you know, had to deal with some sort of male female. Okay, so male, this is kind of like the weird one here, but what would this be? You have to come close. What would this be?
Oh, that's the, you said that we do it all the way.
That's the vas deferens or ductus deferens. So you need to know that one for sure. Okay? And what is this thing going up to the top? The urethra. Come on, guys. There's only one thing on the top. It's to the back, right? That's the sacrum. So anything to the back is going to be something with a kidney. Okay? So, by the way, you know what this thing is?
The muscle?
The gonal artery. In this case, not gonal will be testicular artery. Okay. This one right here, guys.
Remember, it's coming from up in the aorta.
Remember, it's coming from here. Gonal arteries is coming all the way there to the testicle or to the ovary. Okay. So we're done with male.
Testicular artery.
Oh, look, the best model for corpus cavernosum and corpus spongiosum is this one. Look, corpus cavernosa, which is beautiful here. You can see it, and corpus spongiosum.
Point out again.
Cavernosa and spongiosum. Okay, that was actually the best model that shows it. Okay. Female. Female, let's start with this one. It's pretty straightforward. I like this one. It's really big. You can see it. So female, the main things you need to know pretty much the labia majora, labia minora, recognize where the clitoris is located. And there's beautiful because it's big, you know, nice colors and everything. But guess what? In this one, there's like, what happens? So clitoris is blue, 14. Labia majora, I think, is 13. Labia minora is 12. Okay? And I know you know all the stuff, but it gets kind of weird, like since it's so small. By the way, that blue is not the same blue, so don't point out to this being the clitoris. That's the pubis symphysis. Okay, the same one that you answered there. Okay, so pubis symphysis. So on the female, we're going to have 3 orifices. The first orifice is going to be what? The urinary. Urinary nothing. That's the
Where?
the urethra. Okay, so that's the urethra. Okay, urethral canal and urethral opening. Okay, so 22 urethral canal, 23 urethral opening. I know I'm putting something else that I haven't covered in class. Again, that's what the model has. Okay, so canal and opening. It's really straightforward. What is this thing right here? The vagina, right? The vaginal canal. And what is that one? So if you look at label 9 and label 0, what is that one?
Where?
Label 0. The opening, guys. So canal, opening, right? So vaginal canal and vaginal opening. So look at it here. Look, label 52. They even labeled it for you. So I can put, what is the whole thing called? The vaginal canal. What are the folds in here?
No.
Um,
Are that folds?
Huh?
They're like folds.
vaginal folds.
Vaginal folds.
Seriously? Oh.
Okay, so what is label 10 here?
Vaginal.
No, label 10 is not actually the opening. The opening will be somewhere in 11. That is actually the hymen.
The what?
Hymen.
Where?
Here. Hymen.
Spell
I
it.
thought the hymen was
Spell it.
higher. That seems to be broken there.
Well, yeah.
That's what.
Hello. Yes. Sorry.
Spell it.
Hymen. That one I know.
Good job. Everyone knows it. They're ready.
Okay. So
Wanted to see if they knew.
going all the way to the top again. What is this muscle? Just to pull out your chain. I'm not gonna ask you what is this muscle made out of.
Squamous.
What?
Smooth.
Smooth muscle.
What was the question?
What type of muscle is this one?
Oh.
Can you control the vaginal canal? You make it smaller or bigger?
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Oh, no.
You can control the sphincter opening. You cannot control the canal, so it is smooth muscle. Okay? The sphincter, the opening. You
I
can.
was like,
That's the Kegel exercises.
Yeah.
So if you do Kegel exercises, yes, you can control the actual opening, the vaginal opening. You can make it smaller or closer. You can tighten them up, right? That's Kegel exercises.
Tighten up.
So going all the way to the top, what do we have here? The cervix. And the cervix is actually composed of the external cervical os, cervical canal, label 6, and label 7 is internal cervical os. Okay? So external, canal, and internal. All of it is what? Cervical os, OS. Okay?
so it's
External,
cervical
Canal?
Os?
just remember, external, canal, and internal. And all of it is what? Cervical os. Okay? So external cervical os, cervical canal, and internal cervical os. You guys got that? Okay. So moving all the way to the top, what do we have in here? That is the uterus. So what is the layer of what is the innermost layer? And the layer will be this one right here, the pinkish, the light pinky. That's the endometrium. What will be the red or red pink or I don't know, dark pink? The myometrium. And anything surrounding it, label 1, perimetrium. Now, what is this thing on the sides? Broad ligament. What are these things on the side? Broad ligament. What about these things on the top?
Suspended.
Also very, or depends.
That depends. So that part on the top, we're gonna go over later when we talked about that model, okay? So keep that in, actually, let's do that one right now since we're here. So, the one close to the ovary, we call it mesoovarium. The one close to the fallopian tube, which is on the top, we call it what? Mesosalpinge. Okay, like salpingitis. You guys ever heard of salpingitis? In Spanish, it's about where, right? But in Latin, salpinge is referring to the fallopian tubes.
Wait, say it
So you said the one close to the ovary is the
Mesoovarium. And the one close to the fallopian tube is mesosalpinge. Salpinge. Huh?
How do you spell it?
Salpinges. With an X at the end.
S-A-L-P.
Salpinges.
Well, it's
P-I-N-X. Salpinges.
P-I-N what?
X-S. Salpinges.
X. Oh, got it.
No.
Oh.
That's what I say in Spanish. So, this right here, 17, is actually the ovary, and we're going to look at the ovary in that model, right? So, we finish here. So, on the fallopian tube, so follows going on this one is actually we have the fallopian tube. Fallopian tube has one structure. What is the structure here? Labeled 2. Fimbriae. What is this portion right here? Infundibulum. What is this portion right here? Ampulla. What is this portion right here? Again, please be sure to identify whether you're looking at the infundibulum or the ampulla. The infundibulum is going to be towards here. Something around here is actually the ampulla. Okay? From here on is actually what? The isthmus. Okay? Now, if you look inside the ovary, 17 here, what are we looking at? We're looking at primordial, primary, secondary, primordial, primary, yeah, secondary, and secondary mature, which is actually the Graafian follicle.
That one's not in this corner.
Guys, don't worry about it. Okay, look, it follows the same pattern, right? What is primordial?
The smallest one.
It doesn't matter. What is primordial? Hold on, let me put this back. What is primordial? The smallest, right? What is primordial? The smallest. Most of the time they don't put that. Again, I'm going to ask you here. For sure, they always have it. So primordial. What is primary? The next one, right? Not next to it. So primary, right? So primary. What is secondary? The one that has more tissue on it, right? So secondary. Secondary mature. Actually, we don't have any of that stuff. We have the Graafian, right? Which is here, so that would be the same thing as that one, number 12. Okay? And then the white one is going to be what? Corpus albicans, and the yellow one, which you have one, actually only one, I thought we had more too. So one is actually the corpus luteum. Okay?
The one with the cavity, that's the Graafian.
Yeah, supposedly.
Graafian too?
Graafian,
And the one.
a Graafian follicle. Actually, you're supposed to be here, that's supposed to be ovulation. Okay, at the 14th day of the cycle.
Oh, right, because it's going out.
Right, that's supposed to be something out here, which is not shown.
Oh,
And this is opening, and that's what it's actually supposed to be ovulating from here, or from here. Okay?
And that one down, you can see.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. So this will be the one. Okay? That's the second, the mature oocyte. This. Okay. This one on the bottom is actually the mature oocyte, which is this one right here in blue. Okay? Now, on the ovary, because I know you have some sort of like a problem, what will be this portion right here? What do we call this? Oh, you never asked that? Okay. What is this portion right here?
Ovarian ligament.
Ovarian ligament. What is this one right here? What is this one right here? It's just the same thing, right? Nothing changes, right? Ovarian and suspensory ligament. Okay. What am I missing? Oh, the layers and the portions. So, yeah, we did the layers, right? You will have the layers. I don't know how they managed to do it, but the layers are really small, and then almost all the time they tend to ask for this model. So again, endometrium is going to be the inside. The myometrium, the endometrium is going to be the inside, and this part right here. The myometrium is actually the muscle, and the perimetrium is actually what is around it. I know you have like two different colors, so that's still endometrium. Because in this case, if you look at it, there is an implantation on it, right? So there is implantation. That's why you have two different colors. But that's endometrium. That's supposed to be part of the endometrium too. Okay. So let's see. That's the same thing. Okay. So that portion right here, which is on the bottom, that's posterior fornix. This one on the front, that will be anterior fornix. Okay. So posterior fornix. Again, if you look at it, it's pretty much like this. Whatever's on the back is posterior. Whatever's on the front is anterior.
One, two again, please.
Posterior fornix, anterior fornix. These are really rare, guys. Okay, really rare. Don't pay much attention to it, but just have it in the back of your mind, just in case.
Is that what you said that a lot of infections have?
I know. I said that in the class, posterior fornix, girls use it for the Newell ring. The contraceptive Newell ring, they have to put it all the way through it, right? Implant it all the way through it to the posterior cervix with their own fingers. So you gotta wash your hands with that.
Oh my god.
But he's talking about the
But
rectal
it's really great.
uterus.
Instead of taking pills,
I used to have the Marina, which goes where it's like the teething.
okay.
Yeah.
So the marina is actually what goes over here. And just the thing is, if you what do you use? The one with the hormones or the one with the copper?
No.
Yeah, like Australian class. You don't want to use something with hormones because at the end.
No, I have to take it out. Yeah. but-
Yeah. So because they have more side effects. The one with copper has less side effects. If you're not allergic to copper, that's the best one to go to because it has less side effects. Ligaments. Overview of the ligaments. Broad ligament, broad ligament, broad ligament. I can barely see it, so broad ligament, broad ligament, broad ligament, right? Round ligament are actually the ones here on the front. Right? So those are the only two ligaments I'm gonna ask you. Got it? Okay. What is this one? Broad ligament. Okay. The one that, right? The one that goes kind of like a butterfly. Broad ligament, same thing on the back. So, please let me know if I'm missing something. For here is pretty much the same thing. This is actually more, it's better. So that will be the round ligament. That is actually broad ligament.
What is
Okay.
the round?
Round is the one that goes to the front.
29.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. So, yeah. You will probably have, this was high likelihood of being in the exam. That is the rectal uterine pouch. Okay, so 15 is the rectal uterine pouch. Rectal uterine pouch. 15. It's kind of like some sort of cavity that you have in there.
Rectal urinary pouch.
Rectal uterine pouch.
Oh, that's where you said you get a lot of infections.
Yeah.
That was the other.
Well, you don't get a lot. Hopefully, you know, girls don't want to have a lot. Again, look, fallopian tube, ovary, fimbriate, isthmus. Okay? So I know I show you there, but they can ask you this one too. Okay? It follows the same thing, guys. Okay? Cycle.
What's the last thing?
No, you have a breast, and we're done. So, cycle.
No development?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Developmental is there, you can take the pictures. It's really straightforward.
Just
Most of you have
Prophase,
coordinate, right?
anaphase,
Everything
anaphase.
is in there.
Just
If you don't have it coordinate, I have the PowerPoints and all the pictures are there.
prophase, anaphase, metaphase.
I'm not gonna ask you those.
So then what are you gonna ask?
Oh, you weren't here last class, right? Where?
No. Yes, I was here.
It's this models. They actually put it today out. So look, really quick, guys. This is the only thing I will jump to. Say, what is that one? Pituitary gland, right? Adeno and neural. From the adeno, what do you secrete? GnRH, right? Gonadotropin releasing hormone. Wait, sorry, that's wrong. You release FSH and LH. The FSH goes where? Into the first phase, which is from here. So from this line to the front. So that's follicular phase. And the LH is going to move most likely to the luteal phase. So the follicular phase is pretty much activated by the follicular hormone, right? And it's going to activate primordial. And here is the one that I can ask: primordial, primary, secondary, secondary mature, and Graafian follicle. Right? This is really straightforward. It's in order, and that is supposed to be what? Your actually mature oocyte.
What's like primordial, primary, secondary?
Which one?
Secondary,
The little.
primordial, primary, secondary, secondary mature, and Graafian follicle.
Secondary.
You can call it secondary mature or tertiary. Okay, like 1, 2, 3.
So it's
Graafian
primary. No.
Primordial.
Primordial, primary.
1, 2, 3.
Secondary,
Graafian.
tertiary, Graafian. Got it.
Okay. Now on the luteal phase, you have LH, and that's going to activate the corpus luteum. The corpus luteum are going to secrete what hormone? Progesterone. The follicles are going to secrete what hormone?
Estrogen.
Estrogen. Estrogen is going to do what to the endometrium? Increases the endometrium. And the progesterone is going to maintain the endometrium. What is number 9? What are these places?
Which one?
9 and this one.
Number 9.
Menstruation.
Oh.
You're losing the stuff. Look at it. You're losing it. Okay? You're bleeding the whole thing out. You're bleeding all the endometrium.
So 9 will be menstruation.
Yeah. Okay, shedding on the endometrium. Okay. So that's done with that one. You're gonna have 3 questions or 2 questions from this one. Okay? Just about hormones, back and forth. What stimulates? What is produced? What stimulates? What is produced? So you need to know
Where?
on the axis.
What stimulates? What produces?
I mean, mammary gland, yes. Mammary gland is really straightforward. The nipple, areola, adipose tissue, brain fart, lactiferous sinuses, lactiferous ducts, and I forgot this one, so great.
What was the duct?
Yeah, I think mammary gland. Yeah, the glands. So this is actually the glands. Okay. So lactiferous sinuses are
The bumps.
the
and
bumps, and
the
lactiferous
lines.
ducts are actually just the lines. Okay. So for teaching purposes, this will be the suspensory ligaments, even though they're not
Suspensory.
ligaments, even though they're not. Okay. And pectoralis major, and that's it.